Hello everyone, welcome. So today we are doing Gradient of Souls, but let's I see it now, Juden. I do. It's not easy to make a good game. Star Master is far from perfect. There is huge room for improvement in enemy AR, level design, and value balancing. I'm sorry I let you down. It's on me. Okay. Let's claim everything. Let's accept that list. There we go. The daily purchase. System. Ooh, we've got to level 20. Nice. Two level 20 operators. Max. I don't quite know what these things give me, but Echo. Don't have enough there. Where is the where do these get used? Storage, items. Can be exchanged for spars in the alpha night market with a coating as ready. Is this also alpha night market? Yeah, the night market, which I think is in here. Yes, night market. Okay, we need a lot of that stuff. Moonlight fragments. Let's do main story, Gradient of Souls. The balance is about to be broken. Okay. We're doing some event. Purificant. Don't run. Grant emissary. Please guard them to the other side. Great emissary. Dying girl. Please grant us your blessing, great emissary. The girls were lying on the altar in front of Cherno, crystals growing out of their bodies. They were unable to move. Purificant. Only a blessing by your own hand will allow their souls to travel to the pristine realm. Come, pierce their hearts with the scepter and grant them deliverance. I can't do it. How weak. He's telling me off. It's all my fault. Ha, Presbyter, I can't be the emissary. Please forgive them. Yes, it is your fault, but Cherno, do you know something? The robbed Ha Presbyter walked around the crowd, stopping in front of the panicking Cherno. He bent down as everyone watched on in shock. Starting from birth, we connect with more and more people and things over time. You need to remember that every choice you make affects those connected to you. Otherwise, even when their bodies perish, their souls will never be set free. They will be destined to wander about this earth because you failed to guide them to the other side. I know, High Presbyter, I know, but please spare them this time, please. Sweet child, it is out of my hands. They have sinned, so it is up to the divine to decide. But if you grant the sinners your blessing, the divine's forgiveness will be bestowed upon them. Ooh, big stretch! The man snapped his fingers. A handmaiden immediately moved forward, covering Chino's eyes and ears with a white cloth. You don't need to look at anything, listen to anything. Simply follow your heart and grant them your blessing. With that, the girl raised the scepter in her hand, trembling. But she didn't have the courage to plunge it downward. She stood there until... How unfortunate, the souls of these sinners will be imprisoned here forever. The woman behind Chino grabbed her and released the white cloth. Fortunate were the lifeless faces of the girls, wrapped by crystals. What? Aha! Cult. How pressed with the great emissary, she is much too weak. After this breakdown, the girl was later shut back in her room. For several days no one came to disturb her. Naturally, no one came to console her either. She was alone, waiting in the dark just like before. This was the punishment for an incompetent emissary. If only she was stronger, if only she was more courageous. To murder people? If only she wasn't the emissary. Constantly being pushed to do things against your will and hurt people. It must be hard for you. Who are you? I'm sorry, but now isn't the time to give up. The dark shadow in front of her didn't answer her question, instead just gently laying a hand on her shoulder. You must survive, Cherno. No matter what happens, I hope we in brackets, will fight to live on. So let's make a deal. From this moment forward, I will shoulder all of your misery and suffering. And you, Cherno, can search for the salvation that belongs to you alone. Then, when you find that true salvation, you can take me, hand stained with blood, and... Cherno, careful. The change, the white lily deity, the eternal promised land, they are coming. Great emissary, please guide us. Please guide us. Huh? Strangely, the change in front of her suddenly spoke in a clear voice. Please guide us to the eternal promised land. Huh? Help Cherno up. Hey, it's me. Are you okay, Cherno? I'm sorry I made you worried again. Cherno gripped my hand tightly. Her warm sweat soon soaked through My glove. Don't worry, I won't let go. Okay. Enya, Chona, are you sure you're okay? It seems like you've been distracted on missions lately. Sorry, I'm sorry. Watched on as Chona continued to apologize, and I couldn't help thinking about something. She was clearly in danger just now, but result failed to show up. That had never happened before. Caroline. Hello, Mr. Hero. Is your cleanup mission going well? Everything's fine. We're almost done. Forget it. It wasn't the time to think about that. Cleanup mission complete. Time to withdraw from the field. Inya, could you recover the change that attacked Chono? There was something strange about it. Roger. It seemed as if something major had happened while I was away from the containment zone. Care Guard's whereabouts were suddenly unknown, and his group of adventurers had begun to collapse from the inside out. This resulted in a chain reaction. First the towers, then the entire containment zone had fallen into chaos. As the world tree grew, so did the Titigen containment. The changed and Tartans wreaked more havoc, and humanity fought more against itself as it struggled to survive. Even though this seemed minor compared to the existential crisis in Urias, it had still placed a hefty amount of pressure on the operatives who stayed behind. Now we had to deal with the ramifications. Medical staff, welcome back everyone. Miss Cherno, please follow me. Psychiatric treatment room is ready. Okay, I know. Little cutie. See you soon, adjutant. Just as before, Cherno required psychiatric treatment whenever she returned from combat. Following medical staff member, she walked away from us. Security offer. Welcome back, adjutant. The change you recovered has already been taken to a holding room. Great, there's something weird about that change. I uploaded our combat records and told Maxima to check it out. Understood. Oh, Miss Caroline also asked me to have you go to the command room in half an hour. Okay, I'll head there after I wash up. Womp womp. You just got back from yours, but you're already dealing with the mess in the containment zone. Your hard work is much appreciated. Tease her. Then you should make it up to me, Miss Intelligence Officer. Where did that come from? You want me to? No, I don't owe you anything. You almost roped me into it. Looks like it's pretty easy to rope you into things then. Let's get to official business. Essentially, the situation in the containment zone has been improving lately. That's naturally been in part to your return, but it's also due to... Caroline touched the table softly. Soon after, the holographic image of a stronghold somewhere in the containment zone appeared. This is a group known as the Blessed Ones. They were once an Adventist sect, however, please regard them as an independent organization, seeing as they no longer following Key God and their behavior is completely different from the Adventists. They come to power among the bottom levels of society in the containment zone, creating several strongholds they call Blessed Lands within the city to aid refugees on behalf of their White Lily deity. Looks pretty exciting, but what were our people doing while all this is happening? Unfortunately, rather than trust you, Drizzle, Everyone seems more willing to place their faith in this group since they've been in the containment zone for so long. They also provide everyone with enough supplies and can guarantee absolute safety in the areas around their strongholds. Absolute safety? Yes, the Changed and Titans have never attacked their strongholds, which they were blessed by their lily white deity. Pilgrim, surrounded by Titans, she descended upon the snow in a snow-white gown and a red bow. Devon pronounced her true name as Edda. The ability to control Titans and the Changed. Is this all Edda's doing? We can't rule it out, so you need to handle this mission. Even if you didn't ask me, I'd still want to go figure this out for myself. After all, a Changed screaming about some white lily deity attacked us only a couple of hours ago, and according to Maxima's investigation, that Changed had only turned recently. In that case, please be careful. Alright, let's talk about tonight's operation. Our information in the containment zone reported that the Blessed Ones seem to be getting ready for some big ceremony at midnight tonight to welcome the Lily White deity's arrival. The event is going to be held here at their biggest stronghold, the Blessed Bazaar. Of course, you can pick any operatives to go with you. Then I pick Enya. That was fast. You don't want to think about it some more? Ask. We need someone who can fit seamlessly into a... Gee, she's a natural choice. Gia, are you talking about a gray zone? The target location is a civilian market, a non-military area filled with all kinds of people. An infiltration mission like this is safer with fewer people, and Enya is familiar with both the Adventus and the working undercover, so there's no doubt she's perfect for this operation. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. Exactly. Yeah, well, this pre-mission brief can end here. Please give me more detailed operation plan late. Oh. Mirror assault. Hey, hold on. As the door of the command room slid open, I saw a girl standing there, her feet apart, looking at me with fierce eyes. Didn't you forget someone? Cherno, your treatment isn't finished yet. Please, shut up. Don't interrupt me when I'm talking to Patch. Wow, how assertive. What? The girl began walking towards me. She attempted to slide her arm around my shoulder but failed, since she was too short. Count me in for this mission. Even if I don't, I know you'll follow me anyways. True, but you're Jin after all. She asked me to at least let you know. She wanted to come? Yes, it's probably because her past with the Adventus, so she felt like she could help. That's true, but what about you? More assault? Me, I'm fine either way. I just do the dirty work. Don't get in my way when I'm farting and we won't have any problems. If that's all, then we'll see you downstairs tonight. As if she was avoiding something, Mirasol turned around to leave. Wait, I have another question. What? When Cherno was attacked by that change this morning, you didn't show up. Where were you? It seemed like you're showing up less and less recently. Dum dum dum! So let's make a deal. From this moment forward, I will shoulder all of your misery and suffering. And you, Cherno, can search for the salvation that belongs to you alone. Then, when you find that true salvation, you can take me, hand stained with blood, and... I was asleep. Really? Yes, really, you don't need to worry about me like Churna. I'll be there for the entire operation tonight. Rosalt waved her hand and disappeared down the hallway. It's getting harder and harder to control this body. Seriously, why do you need to care about me? I'm just a tool. But in the near future, when she grows closer to that person, I'll completely disappear. Huh? Is it like all a story? I'm gonna take a bit of break from that because what is now manage party? Okay, it has refreshed. Let's go. And hopefully get...
I'm off. See ya.
Let's get more peoples and hopefully more slotty slots.
Done. On to the next.
Leave it to me. Fully loaded.
Come on, stop.
Wasn't your first pick?
Go near.
She stoops to conquer.
There we go. Nice. So if we go here, use manage party. Oh, that person also requires 6, so we can't bring them in. Let's fast travel to there. And mark. I think it's up this way. Yes, up this way.
Trying to steal my spotlight? Nice try.
Oh, hello.
Don't you dare look away. Already reloading.
That's taking him out. Roll.
Camera pulls in on our
Ultimate,
stars.
which will probably not do anything. Oh no, it did kill him. Lol.
She stoops to conquer.
Bring the elevator down to us. Roll. Come on. My operators are so useless in this. And up we go. I am hoping the thing we are looking for is up. I don't actually know.
Eyes
Okay,
on
it
me,
seems to
everyone.
be. Hacky, hacky. Hacky, sacky.
Trying to steal my spotlight? Nah, don't you dare look away.
Be gone, foul beast.
Already reloading.
Yay, a location of uncaptured targets. Go. Time to capture. Oh, it seems to be mainly... Hello, welcome! It seems to be mainly Adventists today? Yeah, mainly Adventists. How have you been? It's been a while since I've seen you in the streams. Why will it not trigger the person who is here? Huh? Ooh.
Don't we pay people to do our recycling?
Okay, that's weird. Well, let's try up here then. How is your training with Pinky been going?
Trying to steal my spotlight? Don't you dare look away.
Ooh,
She
nice, we got
stoops
the
to
capture
conquer.
Ooh. Oops, I'm shooting the wrong enemy. Pinky learned any new tricks?
We have extras on
Oop,
set.
there's a lot of people there.
Camera pulls in on our star. A round of applause, please.
Well, oh my word, let's not die from the damage. Come on. Help me, combatants. You do more damage than me.
She stoops to
There we go.
conquer.
Oh, that's great. Maybe... can you get her to sit for a treat? My dog struggles to sit. And I can't do pull with him because he's too small. But he tries his best. It's not without him trying.
round of applause, please.
Oh, okay. That's one way for me to get
She
through.
stoops to conquer.
Do you do pull when you're going to beat Pinky?
Already reloading. Trying to steal my spotlight?
more enemies.
Nice try. Don't you dare look away.
No stabby stabby. There we go. So let's to the one of those. Let's attempt to go and get this one to spawn. If it doesn't spawn, oh well, I will go do the other ones and then leave. Nope, this one does not seem to want to spawn there. The enemies for it. And I don't seem to be able to climb up anything in this. Okay. Who knows why, but let's go over here. Mark that one first. So I've been playing this, or streaming this game quite a few...
She stoops to conquer.
the last few days. I'm curious if you guys enjoy
Trying to
it.
steal my spotlight? Nice try.
Yeah, I do too. I'll get there eventually.
Don't you dare look away.
Don't you almost have 1,000?
Camera pulls in on our star.
Last I
Already
checked, you're at
reloading.
like 900 and something, I think. Do you meet the other requirements for monetization on videos? Like the, do you have enough views and stuff like that?
Trying to steal my spotlight? Nice. Round of applause, please. She stoops to conquer.
Very nice. And what about things like watch hours and or views for shorts? How many of those do you have? Because it's what, 1,000 subscribers, and I think it's like 10,000 watch hours on normal videos, or 1 million views on shorts to be able to make money off of videos. So you're getting there. Unlocked after reaching Trailblaze level 5. What Trailblaze level am I? Capture list? Oh, I'm Trailblaze level 4. Windbound. You can be released. I'm not saying you should care about the money, because I don't really care about the money either. But the money does mean you can help your family out. The money is a nice extra thing you can get if you do well enough. Let's see if I go back and if I can get it. Like, I wouldn't ever make it only about the money. I mean, I have a Ko-Fi page which you can donate to, but I never be like, hey, people donate. I don't even ask people to subscribe. I'm just like, if you enjoy my content, cool. I'm here to have fun and enjoy the experience. Is it below? Is that the issue? What is going on? It has to be below. It is. What the hell?
No dodging.
I do not do a large amount of damage as my operator thing. Yeah, so that's what I was meaning. The money can buy food and that food helps out your family.
Let's play.
Here we go. So I did let's continue with the gradient of souls. Cans of meat, peaches, and more, all free of titogen contamination and free of charge. 3 per person, only 3 per person. Are they really free? Absolutely. Take some, brother. These are all provided by the blessed ones. Blessed be the white lily deity. Come over and take a look. Who wants an old cotton coat, warm and durable? At midnight we arrived at the blessed bazaar, disguised as mercenaries, just as Caroline had specified. Festive decorations adorn the area, making it even more lively than the night markets in the camps. All different kinds of people walked amidst the colorful lights, their smiles revealing happiness seldom seen in the containment zone. Adjutant, this atmosphere is completely different from other Adventist strongholds. She was right, it didn't seem as bleak as the others. But maybe that was only on the surface. I nodded and shifted my attention towards the area where the most noise was coming from. It was a row of makeshift stalls selling miscellaneous goods. It seemed like the perfect place to gather intel. Head towards the stalls. Cherno. Wait a second, Adjutant. Your mustache is crooked, huh? She is adjusting the stash. I'd intended on fixing it myself, but Cherno moved around Enya and beat me to it. Her small warm hands poked out from her thick cloak, softly touching my cheeks. All done, Adjutant. You look really cool like that. Thank you, Cherno. Oh my Cherno, you're really cunning. What did I do? Looks like I need to keep a closer eye on the Adjutant from now on. Enya then took me by the arm. Come on, I know exactly what you're thinking. We can pretend we're a family of 3. Let's come up with some stuff to say. Enya, we agreed not to drag our personal interests to work. There's not enough of an age difference among us for anyone to be a child, right? You saw right through me. Let's just play it by ear. We don't need to do any role play. Let others think whatever they want. I wondered which stall to head towards. Let's go to the one covered with a black cloth. That stall, what's it selling? Weapons. There's pretty well established market for them in the containment zone. Let's take a look. I don't think any ordinary person would be selling that kind of stuff here. Cynical vendor. Blessed by the White Lily deity, are you looking for spoons? Spoons? It means weapons. It's a code word used to trade weapons in the containment zone. Don't mind her, she just joined us and isn't very experienced. Then forget it, I don't deal with newbies. And I'd suggest you don't rope kids into your kind of work. The world is changing. The White Lily deity is about to arrive and cleanse this world of all strife. Bye! Have an amazing day as well. Do you really believe in all of that? Hee. Even though I have my reservations, I can't help believing it. Stay for a few more days and you'll see what I mean. People won't need to arm themselves anymore in the blessed land of the Lily White deity. People like us will cease to exist. It's time we consider changing our ways. After some probing, it seemed like a lot of people had converted to join the Blessed Ones, but they weren't as radical and unwelcoming as the Adventists. Let's do the stall handing out canned foods. I want to go to the one with clothes last if I can. Enthusiastic vendor. Oh, you two brought your daughter to the gathering. Blessed be the White Lily. The Lily White deity. Here's an extra helping of cans. So there were people who would believe we were a family. Thank you, but do you mind if I ask, are these cans really free? It looks like this is your first time at the Blessed Bazaar. No, my store is entrusted by the Blessed One to distribute supplies. I see, we used to live on the west side of the city. We moved here recently when we heard there were no changed. I see, blessed be the white lily white deity, raising a child is hard work, even for a skilled mercenary. But there's nothing to worry about. There are plenty of supplies here, and we are protected by the lily white deity, meaning the change can't get in. What's the lily white deity and its protection? The lily white deity's protection is exactly what it sounds like. In all honesty, I'm not sure what it is. It might be some type of shield or special position. You mercenaries probably know better than I do. Don't you think it's a bit suspicious? Haha, suspicious. This place has been operating for a week without a hitch, and I'll tell you something, the western side of the city is probably fine. And you can even get supplies from Yggdrasil. But yeah, people are starving before the Blessed Bazaar was set up. I'd believe it if you told me they were resorting to cannibalism. I don't misunderstand. There's no human meat in these cans. They were stockpiled by the Blessed One from all over the containment zone. They're completely safe, so don't worry. After some probing, it didn't seem like he was hiding anything, just an honest vendor. How could a truly honest person survive in a dog-eat-dog world of the containment zone? The stall selling clothes next. Oh, she looks very tired. Energetic vendor. Hey there, mercenary, have a look at these clothes. They were taken off the dead, but they're completely clean. Well, at least you're honest. Have they been washed? Here, reusing old things is common in the containment zone. If I told you these were new, you wouldn't believe me anyway. But don't worry, I cleaned all of them with disinfectant. See, good as new. Disinfectant. I'd believe you if you told me that before all of the recent unrest, but now disinfectant is hard to come by. You need to think of another trick to inflate the price. You can change your voice that much just to hide your identity? Hey, come on now. Why would I lie to you? Listen, I've got a guy with connection in the Blessed Ones. A little cash is all it takes to swap some disinfectant from the warehouse. Oh, so you surely sell more than clothes then. Here, what is it to you? Interested? You better hurry because things are getting more and more strict at the warehouse. After some probing, it seemed as if the Blessed One's organization wasn't controlled as tightly as that of the Towers once was. And even though they had stockpiled supplies, perhaps they didn't actually have as much as they let on. The people here are different than us. They don't seem to worry about what the lily white deity actually is. Right. They were living in conditions we couldn't even imagine before. The lily white deity, or rather the Blessed Ones, completely solved that problem. But there aren't enough supplies in the containment zone if they get used up this fast. Another problem caused by humanity, the flaws in their lax organization will slowly be exposed, or maybe it has already started. Looking down at the clean clothes in my hands, I couldn't help but shake my head. Hey, Mr. Mustache over there, how about some dessert for you and your girls? Our conversation was interrupted by a high-pitched voice. We turned around to see a stall selling cotton candy, and the owner had a familiar face. It was Jing Lang, a Yggdrasil logistics offer. You look familiar, mister. Wait, are you guys... Before she could finish her sentence, I'd already covered her mouth with my hand. Are you trying to blow our cover, Jin Lang? And aren't you always holed up in the logistics department office? What are you doing in a dangerous place like this? Sorry, I'm totally oblivious. I'm basically blind. I didn't recognize you at first since you dressed like such a handsome... you get it, Jun. Oh, please let me off the hook. Pull yourself together. I snuck out because I heard it was super exciting here. I wanted to see if I could make some money, some quick money. So they just let you in, no trouble at all? To be honest, I was a bit surprised, but I heard that the admission conditions were more relaxed since they're holding some kind of event. Our information in the containment zone reported that they seem to be getting ready for some big ceremony at midnight tonight to welcome the Lily White deity's arrival. The event is going to be held here, their biggest stronghold, the Blessed Bazaar. According to it, we gathered the Lily White deity is supposed to arrive tonight. They're probably hoping more people can witness the miracle so they can expand their influence. Well, that sounds like super important. The logistic department sure is lucky to have an officer like you. Sobbing. Don't be mean, adjutant. By the way, who are you guys? Yeah, we also snuck out after seeing the flyers. But it's okay if we get found out. The adjutant is here after all. Hey, who would fall for a lame excuse after that? That's awesome. Inya and Shuna, I'm so jealous of you guys. It must be nice to have the adjutant backing you up. I wonder if I could also. She actually believed it. No. The adjutant agreed to accompany us tonight, and that means only us. Shuna stood between us, opening her arms up wide like a bird learning how to fly, waving them violently. Hell, what kind of weird date is this? Is it a love triangle? No, maybe not. Sensing her suspicious gaze, I quickly cleared my throat. Oh well, since you guys don't want to join me, I won't bother you. Here, I'll give you guys 3 sticks of cotton candy and I hope you have a good time tonight. What flavors do you want? I'll have a plain one. I'll take a plain one too, hehe. If you eat the same food as the person you like, your relationship will only grow stronger. Womp womp. Then I want the same flavor as the adjutant too. Is no rush, take your time and think about it before you decide. I looked into Chena's eyes, waiting for a response from their depths. Yeah, I still want the same flavor as the adjutant. It's too late to back out now. Julang will take 3 orders of plain cotton candy. Yum yum. Right then, it's settled. Let's meet downstairs tonight. Oh, and give me a chocolate one too, huh? Even though Marisol still hadn't shown herself, I thought it would be best to save one for her. From what I remember, she liked chocolate. Chocos! Marisol. What a wise guy. It's not like I can eat it now, but I guess I should be thanking him. Oh, is there a 4th person in this triangle? Hee, just a second. It'll be ready in just... Oh. Passerby, how did they get here? The change. Grow. Just as Jingling began to pour sugar into the machine, we heard a commotion in the distance. Adjutant, the change. Phew, I'm finally back. You showed up just in time. I mean, you ordered cotton candy just for me. If I didn't show up, wouldn't I be wasting your calmness, the changed? Even though I don't have time to enjoy it now. I'm really sorry. I'll get you another one later, so let's focus on the matter at hand. Remember not to reveal your identity. Here, knock it off. I don't need your approval. Handmaiden. Sate, so the change has been released as you ordered. The High Presbyter is also on his way. Excellent. Everything is coming together. People would desire salvation when they are in danger. We also spotted the emissary at the venue. Predictable. Keep an eye on her and let me know if anything else happens. Understood. Is it finally murder time? Hugging the weapon. We got some interesting looking weapons.
Stay behind, big sis. Don't run off. Be brave.
分析員、私たちはどうすれば。
We'd avoid this.
一般人を先に保護ですね。わかりました。Bang.
Don't be scared.
Are you?
I can do it.
You're the one with the rifle.
私一人で十分。さあ、お逃げなさい。
Interesting. Can we go down now?
Don't push yourself too hard.
I don't... Okay, we can go down now. Weird.
Quick break, everyone.
Please stay back, stay back. Don't be afraid, we're
私たち
here
は
to help
助
you.
けに来たんですよ。
Be brave. I was hoping we'd avoid this. Bang. 問題ない。行こ
This bow is cool.
う。残念。図星のようね。
Keeps me static, but large amounts of damage.
その勇気は褒めてあげる。
Stop and talk to weird lady. Hello.
これは
This is punishment for betraying the Adventist.
コリンダを裏切っ
Punishment.
た。狂って
This
やがれ。
one's gone crazy. Oh, she lost her mom.
よし行こう。すべて嵐が連れ去った。
Why is there just bombs in a market stall? What the hell?
さあ、お逃げなさい。その勇気は褒めてあげる。
She is really easy to take them all out.
My turn? Okay.
What is this one's ability doing?
問題ない。行こう。
Days and nights in the blink of an eye.
Oh, interesting. Hello?
神よ
Gods above, my
どうか
brothers
我が
don't
兄弟
hurt
たち
me.
が
あいつらは
They
兄
aren't
弟
your
なんかじゃ
brothers,
ね
you know, but
我々
they're
と同じ
wearing the
格好をし
same
ているのを
clothes
見ま
as
した
us.
分析
Evidence
広場
there's
の方
more
で
commotion
また
at the
騒ぎが
square. Ooh.
さあもう逃げなさいその勇気は褒めてあげる舞う疾風さあ嵐が来るよ
Oh, that's cool.
Gotcha.
Oh, I think I understand.
You
this
gonna say?
already. That's really cool.
次から次へとめんどくせえったね待ってくださいムルソー広場の向こう側で
What are they
みん
gathering?
なが何かを取り囲んでいるようですよ
Awesome.
簡単すぎよ
Nice. More reading. It's like been only reading. It's the blessed ones are here to save us. Hey, they took all the credit from us. Now isn't the time to fight over the spotlight. I pulled my two operatives back into the shadows while everyone else was still focused on the other side of the square. Soon a sea of people began pouring into the square. They were all surrounding a tall figure walking slowly. As the figure gradually approached, we finally got a clear look at his face under the pale moonlight. It was a face as lifeless as a statue, a face that had died long ago as far as I knew. Real salt, what is he doing here? Enya... Enya put her hands on her gun and stood in front of me, ready to draw and shoot at a moment's notice. However, the man didn't head towards us. Instead, he walked towards a woman weeping hysterically in the middle of the square. Her child's arm had been ripped off by one of the changed. Oh, it's the clothes lady. My baby, my baby. Didn't you people say the Lily White deities is protecting this place? Didn't you say there would never be any change here? Where's the Lily White deity now? Do not disrespect the Lily White deity and the High Presbyter Gavin. Gavin, I'm incredibly sorry. Your child is suffering due to my mistake. Gavin stopped the purificant who'd stepped forward to scold the woman. He supported himself on his staff and slowly knelt down on one knee. High Presbyter. The High Presbyter of the Blessed One took a white branch from his arms and handed it to the woman in front of him. Please accept the Lily White deity's blessing. I hope this will heal your child's pain. How do you heal a missing arm? The branch instantly vaporized as soon as it came into contact with the child's severed arm. Countless specks of dust gradually coalesced into the shape of an arm as the crowd watched in shock. The child's flesh regenerated as the mother witnessed this miracle. She was so shocked she couldn't speak. Hey, what kind of trick is that? Judging from the mother's expression, it didn't look like she was faking it, but it didn't necessarily create human tissue. That branch was part of the tree of Yggdrasil. If the Lily White deity actually has something to do with Edda, it probably wouldn't be hard to create something that looks similar to an arm using titigen. Be that as it may, it was a miracle for the people in the containment zone. The lily white deity shall appear tonight, grant us everlasting forgiveness, and bring about the eternal promised land. The purificant's voice rang through the air like a bell, making the scene in front of him appear all the more solemn and holy. It is a blessed land that shall never decay, a land where the wrath of the Titans cannot reach. There we shall establish a new order, a totally new order, one that is separated from this cursed world and belongs to us alone. After speaking, the cloaked Purificant nodded and slowly moved back behind Gavin. As the High Presbyter, he didn't even need to lift a finger. Just by standing there, he naturally invoked the worship and prayers of every devotee. Even though we were far away, we could see Gavin's entire face clearly. I could spot every subtle movement in the muscle of his face, and the faith and generosity in his gaze. Soon after, he suddenly moved as I watched on. Turning sideways, he waved an arm, and the handmaidens behind him brought over another large box. As the box was opened, commotion once again broke out among the people in the crowd. Boldar inhibitors are those all Boldar inhibitors? Are they for us? Please remain calm. There are enough inhibitors for everyone. They are meant to be shared. Please calm down. The boisterous crowd calmed in an instant. The entire area fell deathly silent, almost quiet enough to hear a pin drop. Everyone, ever since I awoke from my coma, I've only heard bad news. We have lost the Titan's protection, lost the High Presbyter, lost our order. We have lost so many people, so much faith. That was extremely important to us, but you all have not lost your precious hearts that dare to pursue happiness. The blessed bizarre prosperity is simply a true reflection of our hearts. With the lily white deity blessing, we former victims have the ability to re-establish order ourselves. But before we wave our hands and reshape the past, we must ask ourselves a question. Now, upon this land we stand upon, this land that has long been abandoned by its so-called protectors, is there still a happiness we desire? Those fierce amber eyes suddenly shifted towards me. Sensing this hostility, Enya moved to jump into action, but I put my arm across her shoulder to stop her. The crowd in front of us was silent, with tense expressions, every fist clenched until the knuckles turned white. Gavin got the exact response he was looking for. We couldn't do anything rash. Misery, betrayal, it's all that's left here, and we weren't born to shoulder these burdens. You're right, yes. We absolutely weren't born to shoulder these burdens. How, my brothers and sisters, my flesh and blood, who are suffering alongside me at this very moment, what choice should we make? This was followed by resonant applause. Soon cheers echoed throughout the air. To the eternal promised land. To the eternal promised land, to the eternal promised land. Blessed be the lily white deity, blessed be the lily white deity, blessed be the lily white deity. Go, my compatriots in suffering, go make the necessary preparations. We will leave this place soon and make our way to our shared promised land together. The crowd chanting yes. These people are getting all worked up. They might become the new Adventists, might as well kill them all now. People only complain when they're hungry. When they're full, they are much better behavior. Don't rush, let's see what happens. Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Handmaid, excuse me. Are you the adjutant from Yggdrasil? While we were distracted, Gavin's handmaid had already made her way through the crowd. She greeted me in a low voice. High Presbyter Gavin was hoping to have a private conversation with you. What, are you seriously inviting us to that paradise? What is he plotting now? What you're so afraid of, let's just rip him to shreds right away. Don't worry, I don't trust him, and I'm obviously not planning to do anything with him either. Let's follow him for now and play along. Why not get the best of both worlds? Show me the way. Yes, sir, please follow me. In the dark room, the man on the sofa wore a cold expression, and an equally cold chair was placed in front of him. Have a seat, Patch. Sit here. Alright, I'll take the comfortable sofa there. My surprising response put him at a loss for words. As I had intended, he raised his head and looked at me in shock, like he'd never met me before. You changed, you're so different. I'm different, what about you? You were once a protector who was willing to risk it all for your companions. Now you're the revered High Presbyter. Please wait a moment before you try humiliate me. At least let me explain why I invited you here first, or maybe you'd like a little gift as a greeting. Go ahead. The door behind him opened and the purificant kicked a man who was tied up through the doorway. Even though his face was so swollen up like a balloon, I recognized him right away. It was the man hawking cans from before. This guy was once part of the board's cleanup team, if memory serves. He hurt your operatives at the 5th Research Institute. I know that you and your board still have some small conflicts, like a whale suddenly leaping out of the water. Gavin's tall frame instantly assaulted me as he stood up. He walked over to the man giving away cans before, who was lying on the ground. Gavin turned towards me as he stuffed a tiny remote control bomb in the man's mouth. Here, think of this as beginning of our peaceful discussions. He reached over and opened his hand, holding the detonator out in front of me. But I wasn't interested in his little game. I gazed at the poor man lying on the ground. No longer enthusiastic vendor. Ugh, seeing him like that, it was hard to imagine he was once a member of the cleanup team. But I didn't care about that. The only way to reveal my opponent's weakness in a game like this was to remain calm. Let's see what other tricks you pull, Gavin. Some things never change. You're all talk, just putting on an act. You still have a soft heart deep down. If you're scared to, don't want to, or can't make a move, then hurry up and talk to me. Sit down. As Gavin shouted, I heard the whipping sound of 2 muzzles being rapidly raised into the air. all dashed out from behind me so fast that it would have been difficult for any ordinary person to spot them. The roof of his mouth and his temple. Two operators each pushed the back of their barrels against these fatal areas. I won't let you get away this time. He, I told you we should have ripped him to shreds right away. Are you only happy if things come to this? In that moment, as Gavin and I looked around at everyone in the enclosed space, we saw the same thing. His followers, donning Adventist garbs, weren't as determined as he and I had originally assumed. Let's make this quick. What are those white branches, the lily white deity and the eternal promised land? What are you up to? You don't need to know that. You only need to know that we are about to leave. Soon you won't be able to find a single trace of us. Everything here will belong to Yggdrasil again. I'm sick of listening to this. The cold barrel of her gun inched deeper into his mouth. A bitter expression finally revealed itself on his face. The words he didn't have time to say transformed into sobs as the gun pressed up under his jaw. Some of the people standing behind Gavin looked like they wanted to act, but they stood still with hesitant gaze and trembling hands. Don't try anything stupid. Ugh. I held its slender wrist and motioned for her to slowly move her gun out of Gavin's mouth. Get back, everyone. Stand down. It was a ridiculous scenario, but there was no humiliation in Gavin's eyes. There was only a vague sense of anger. Don't you want to know my goal? Alright, I'll tell you. What I've wanted has been the same from the beginning. I only want the people of the containment zone to live with dignity, far away from people like you. You're Yggdrasil's student and you recently become here's hero. You think you're qualified to insult me like this? Fine, but I have to ask you, what are you to the containment zone? Where were you when Keyguard abandoned us? Where were you when the people here were killing each other? Where were you when they needed a leader, needed faith the most? You don't need faith ever. You want to point the finger at us again now that you're all back. Even if I'm completely sincere, it won't be enough. You'll only be satisfied once I kneel down and talk like this, right? Blood flowed from the corner of his mouth, falling to the dark floor in a pool without a ripple. So you think you're their leader? No, you're not. The miracles you showed them are all lies. You're just making a mess of things in the name of the lily white deity. A true leader wouldn't blindly lead their loyal. You've been so deeply deceived by your own lies that you're essentially leading everyone to their deaths. He was despicable, but wasn't I as well? You really have some nerves. How dare you criticize me like this? The sensation of stifling heaviness since returning from years. I had experienced this horrible feeling every single day all over the containment zone. And today the sensation coming from the person in front of me was particularly intense. Water break to lubricate the voice. Reach out and touch Gavin's forehead. Why are you staring at me like that? What are you planning? Didn't you say you wouldn't absorb any more until you completely heal? Don't worry, there isn't that much titigen in his body. Tell the truth seriously. Absorb the titigen in Gavin's body. I am definitely missing the story, but this is an event, so just as expected. I saw Edda in Gavin's memory stabbing a white branch into his chest. Then I saw him walking through a bleak underground tunnel and taking the elevator at the center of an altar. He arrived at a space with a star-adorned dome overhead where a twisted white root grew in the center, and there was a face, blurry but evil. As this was happening, I also passed my memories of confronting those terrifying visions in years to him. He had responsibility to see it all clearly. The lily-white deity, the eternal promised land. Hey, do you get it now? All of the stuff you believe in, the things you think can save you. Do you know what they actually are? What did you show me? He knelt down, completely dazed, as if his soul had left his body. Ha, presbyter, ha, presbyter. Let's go. Enya, Marisol, this is enough for him today. Halt! Move aside. Let them go. Gavin slowly stood up from the ground as his gaze shifted towards me. His eyes were filled with reluctance, as if I'd snatched away everything he'd required to survive. Ha, presbyter, I told you to let them go. Yes, sir. We exited the room to find that the crowd in the bazaar had already dispersed. Where to next, adjutant? Looks like you got all the info you wanted. Yeah, I saw the eternal promised land in his memory. It's underground in the containment zone. I saw the hazy figure of another man, probably his accomplice. Accomplice? Right now, we need someone to catch up with the crowd of believers, follow them and figure out where this eternal promised land is, but we can't ignore the bazaar. The man in Gavin's memories could have even been in the crowd earlier. He might still be nearby right now. Marisol, you come with me. Enya, I'm leaving the bazaar to you. Understood. Contact me anytime, adjutant. You guys be careful. Marisol. Yeah? Sorry if I frightened you just now. Hey, you're joking, right? You can count on me to keep you safe, adjutant. Don't know why, but when he told me to go with him, I wanted to respond like that. But Marisol would never say that, right? Yeah, Marisol is a monster, just born to handle the dirty work. Is it really that crazy? I want to protect him. Oh, this game is havoc on my voice. Okay. Claim everything, go to the shop. Okay. Sorry I can't go for longer, guys. It's absolute hell on my voice because it's like mainly just talking, and that really like takes it out of you. I hope you guys have enjoyed so far. We will pick this up tomorrow. Thank you.